Wake up.
Smart lights, smart poles, smart cars, smart neighbourhoods, smart homes and smart appliances, all connected to wireless networks and communicating with each other. So what's wrong with that? Technology is good, isn't it? All this is for your safety, security and convenience, isn't it? Well, let me tell you, your streets are spying on you, your mobile phone is spying on you, your cities are spying on you, and the infrastructure for future lockdowns is being put into place right now. Don't be fooled. You're being set up to be tracked through your movements and through the future of your digital wallets. By handing over your data, you're handing over the ability to monitor your behaviour, which will soon be turned into a social credit score. And once the central bank digital currencies are in place, you won't get to spend your money without approval. Digital ID will soon become a reality in Australia. Many other countries are already rolling these systems out, countries like Canada, Scotland and many others. Eventually, you won't be able to access any government or public services, and you won't be able to travel across borders or access healthcare or the internet without a digital ID. Think you won't comply? I think you will. The last 2 years were the dress rehearsal and we fell for it hook, line and sinker. Australians are sleepwalking into this technocratic future, and while we're sitting around scratching our chins trying to work out whether this is really happening, Australia is drifting towards a dystopian digital future. Spoke about the concept of the rise of the digital surveillance state. Now, it's a serious topic and it's a serious matter and it requires more than we've got time for today, but I'm down here in the city of Unley in Hayward Park in South Australia to show you exactly what I'm talking about, the concerns that I've got about where this all goes. Have a look behind me. This is a screen down here in the park, which looks pretty innocuous, I've got to say. You know, you've got information, you can come up and you can find out about the area, how it was named, the forebearers and all that sort of stuff. Park's features, tells you a little bit about what's in it. It's all fine. Events, what's coming up, you know, like Christmas carols, that sort of thing, no problem. But have a look at this. This little area here, Smart City. Now, this is the thing that I'm most concerned about. Not necessarily this, but what this infrastructure is going to do in terms of where it goes and the information that's being gathered about us when we're just going about our daily lives and how it'll be used in the future. Have a look at this. Let's take one straight off the top. Barbecue usage. This will tell us, it loads up, purportedly loads up, all the information about how the barbecues are being used in the area. Now, so what, you might say? Well, let's assume in a world not far from now, your government has declared a climate emergency. By the way, your government's done it here in South Australia already, which is a lunatic nonsense. It's just absolutely crazy. But we enjoyed the Clipsal 500 with all the diesel fumes as well, by the way, so bring that in. But let's go back to the park. Have a look at this. It tells you when the barbecues have been used over the last month. Now, imagine you're in a climate lockdown. You're told no one can barbecue meat because you're saving the planet, and you come down here to use one of the barbecues, works out who's down here, works out someone's using the barbecue, and the police come down to shut down your barbecue. Problem number one. Let's have a look at some of the others. Amenities monitoring here. As it loads up, you've got toilet usage per day. We don't need to know that. Now, you might say that's because we need to know when to clean them. Let's come out and clean them. We don't need to know who's going in there and using the can. Simple as that. Back. EV charger usage. So that's electric vehicles for the knuckle draggers like me amongst us. Tells you how many, not many by the way, because no one drives them, but in any event, how many times they've been used over the last month or so. How about this one? People counting. You want to take a deep dive into your dystopian future under the digital surveillance state. It's right here. This little board here tells you how many times people have come through the park. Essentially, it tells you how many unconnected Wi-Fi devices there are in. So that would be everyone's phone. This is telling you how many people are in the park at the moment. So once again, imagine a lockdown scenario, another emergency, another COVID outbreak or monkeypox or, you know, whatever you like, you name it, we'll make it up. 6 devices in this park at the moment. That's down 50% for normal. Your local government, your state government, your federal government want it to be none. And this will tell you, these sensors up in this light, the Wi-Fi connections, they're all interlocked. There will be facial recognition cameras in there. So, you know, don't think you're just going to leave your phone at home. The cameras will pick you up in future. All seems very innocuous, but the reality here is what we are seeing is the very real and very, very, in my view, concerning future for how we go. These areas are all going to be geofenced, and there's going to be more data about you out there and what you do per day. And I hear people saying, I've got no problem with any of this, I don't do anything wrong. Well, that all depends on whether or not your government has the same viewpoint as you. And we've seen this played out in the last 18 months through the COVID period. I've got to tell you, I don't like this at all.